What's up, everyone? If you have eyes, which is probably most of you, you've noticed that I'm not on my typical green screen set, and that's because it is currently Wednesday, March 25th at 6:44 p.m., and I don't have a video ready for this week. I don't have anything scripted, filmed, or edited because I took a 4-day weekend to play Animal Crossing, to move my setup to the living room, and to play Half-Life Alyx. There just wasn't a whole lot of time to put something together. But I figured that made a perfect opportunity to talk about something that I think is a valuable life lesson, which is that no matter how hard you work for something or how badly you want something in life, a lot of the time, not everything will go according to plan. And the older I get, the more I sort of realize that most of the time, nothing will go according to plan. You can plan something out meticulously, you can come up with every possible outcome, and still, no matter what, it'll always be different than what you planned. And a lot of the time, that's okay. So if you had asked me in high school where I thought I would be in March of 2020, my answer would have been easy. I knew in my heart I was going to be settled down with maybe a couple kids and a family, and I was going to have a fantastic job at Pixar as a lead animator. Obviously that didn't pan out. But flash forward a few years to college, if you asked me where I thought I would be in 2020, my answer also would have been easy. I would have said, I'm gonna be a big shot in the visual effects industry. I'm gonna be working as a compositor or a lighter or a modeler. I guess I never really figured out exactly what I wanted to specialize in, which kind of worked to my advantage eventually. But I would have said I wanted to work as a specialist at a big visual effects studio like Industrial Light and Magic or Digital Domain. And obviously that didn't pan out either. The year I graduated was the year that the visual effects industry pretty much collapsed, and there were just hundreds upon hundreds of layoffs. And Rhythm and Hues, the studio that won an Oscar for their visual effects on Rhythm and Hues, shut down. So not the most visual effects jobs available the year that I graduated from school, so I took the safe job. I took the job that I'd been interning at since high school, the cushy office job where they treat me really well. In my first few years after college, if you asked me where I thought I would be in 2020, my answer would have been a successful YouTuber creating high-quality visual effects shorts on YouTube, like the live-action Pokemon series that I did that performed pretty well. And that obviously didn't pan out either. Flash forward a few years to 2017, if you asked me where I thought I would be in 2020, I would have said that my first VR game, Punch Bomb, the VR game where you punch things, would have been done and out of early access. I would have been completely finished with it and living off the revenue from that and making my second bigger VR game. I had a really cool idea for like a multiplayer VR arena, but that didn't pan out either. When it got to 2018, I was sick for most of that year, and I had to go in for heart surgery, open heart surgery in May of 2018. And that completely changed the course of my life. Because during recovery for the heart surgery, I started live streaming on YouTube Fortnite. I became one of those typical Fortnite streamers. And that changed my life completely. I decided that I really liked streaming and that was gonna be my new goal. And if you asked me in 2019 where I thought I would be right now in 2020, my answer also would have been easy. I would have said, I'm gonna be a Twitch partner with hundreds or thousands of viewers by then, because no one can compete with my production value on my videos, and obviously that hasn't panned out quite yet either, and that's also okay. And then if you asked me even just a couple months ago where I thought I would be in March of 2020, just a couple months ago, I would have said I'm in a relationship with this girl that I am absolutely in love with. But that didn't pan out either. But the really interesting thing here is if you look at all of that with a negative perspective, you see a really long chain of failures. This guy tried to achieve his goals and he completely failed. But if you look at it through the correct lens instead of the negative failure lens, every single step of the path in my life has led to where I am currently. And where I am currently is with the most incredible community on Twitch, bar none, no competition. We're not the biggest community, but we are the most amazing community. I have an incredible job that offers me amazing benefits and the leniency and the flexibility I need to focus on my personal projects in my free time. And I have a really great support network of friends and family. So looking back at all of it, the skills that I learned in high school, the animation skills that I learned, led me to college, where I discovered that I wanted to be a visual effects artist. I wanted to learn more about CG and computer graphics art. I don't care as much about character animation. Then those skills and abilities led and contributed to the live action Pokemon series I did on YouTube and all of the cool visual effects I did towards that endeavor. But everything that I learned there led to the VR game that I created. I learned so much on those projects about texture mapping and modeling and UVing and working just really quickly. And that all contributed to making a really cool VR game that wasn't a financial success, but it was a critical success. The people who played it loved it. And then you might look at the heart surgery as a complete and total negative, as a complete just, wow, what a stain on your life, Chris. But I don't see it that way, because if I hadn't had that open heart surgery, who knows where I would be right now. Maybe I would be making another VR game. Maybe I would have finished the previous one. Maybe I'd be wildly successful, or maybe not. But right now, what it led me to is a place in life where I'm actually pretty happy. And going back to the girl that it didn't pan out with at the beginning of 2020, if I hadn't lost that, then I wouldn't have met someone that I consider to be one of my best friends right now on Facebook dating just a few weeks ago. So if you look at everything as a long chain of events, and rather than a whole bunch of failures of things that don't pan out, whenever some goal or aspiration in your life doesn't necessarily pan out the exact way that you wanted it to, it works as a stepping stone, and you can build and learn from that and make connections and skills and apply that towards the next endeavor in your life, which can be a success as long as you keep trying. And the takeaway here isn't everything will work out, might as well just not try. No, the takeaway here is to work as hard as you possibly can. Work yourself to the bone to achieve your goals and aspirations. And if they don't work out, it's okay. It's okay if they don't work out, because those skills and those lessons that you learned will apply to future aspirations and future goals in your life. So this was kind of a rough video, but hopefully you got something out of it. If you did, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know what kinds of things you want to see in the future, what kinds of life lessons you want me to talk about or discuss. And as I mentioned, we do have the most incredible community on Twitch, so come hang out with us every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday at twitch.tv/oraclefishlive. Until next time, my name is Chris Folea. I'm your stream professor. Class is out.